poltergeist. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I have lots of it.
It's a little scary.
Let's see if I can block some of that. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If there's any.
Everybody, thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah. Oop, I better turn mine down.
It's like she's new with this.
I guess so. It's my first day.
It's her first day.
Yeah, you look so cute in glasses.
Hey, Tiffany. Thanks for hanging out with us. Connie's not going to make it. She has something going on locally that she needs to deal with. So appreciate you, girl.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we had, and everybody showed up for our Q&A with Darla and Randy. We're kind of bummed that they had we had some uploading issues.
Technical difficulties.
And it's getting figured out. So
Hi,
it
Thomas.
does look like that they're going to be able to go live on their Q&A. So I'm super excited about that. And we did not clickbait you this morning.
I can do that. I'll do one after we're done.
Yeah. And what we're talking about with the should we quit is we've actually lost about 100 subscribers.
Morning, Jean.
Since we started doing our lives.
Yes.
So I was kind of researching that and looking that up and talking to some other people. And I know that Marty and Julie talked about when they were doing their dailies that they actually lost subscribers too, because some people just don't want to see that much of us.
It's just too much.
Just way too much.
Hi, Brenda.
So we're trying to figure out how to handle that because we really enjoy this. And
hi, Jody. And
I truly fall into that category of do what makes you happy and the right people will show up.
Yeah.
And then you've created something that brings us joy and brings you joy, and that's the whole thing. So we were just kind of at the
hi, Vicky.
Well, do we stop doing lives or how do we do this? So
Janet and Carol both say, I like your lives. No, don't quit. Hi, Elizabeth.
We love them. We actually really, really enjoy this. Yeah. And I know that there's some other big YouTubers like the Crockers. They have Chris, thank you so much, honey. That's so sweet.
Oh, Chris.
We appreciate that so much.
Oh, of course.
So I know we are not critters. Robert, you're right. We're not.
Hi, Robert.
The real big thing is this is a business, and I hate to say that because I don't want it to be. I don't want to have the business mentality to what we're doing because I just enjoy this so much. But the reality of it is it's a business,
especially in the beginning right now, because we need to have at least money to pay for the things that we need to get done.
Thanks, Janet. So Kim taught me how to do this bun. Because
I do it a lot in the summer.
I'm special when it comes to doing my hair.
I do it a lot in the summer. But yeah, I mean, the main thing is we got to have money to live, and we got to have money to be able to do the build.
Exactly.
So that we can have content for you guys.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and we get to not live in an RV for the rest of our lives. Yeah, Chris, that's really sweet. We really appreciate it. All the extra cash that we get right now is going towards paying for the trip to the Okie Homestead convention, which we're very, very excited about going to.
Hi, Simon.
That's really cool. Good morning, everybody. I'm not ignoring you. For some reason, my chat's not coming up on this. So
Simon with 50 Shades of Green is on.
Oh, nice. Hey. So that was kind of our chat last night, driving home from Darla and Randy's. And I really hope, and I know you guys will, but you guys go over there and you just enjoy them. And I'm not going to cry. They are just amazing people. And I feel so lucky that they're in our lives.
Blessed.
Yes. They are coming over today, and we're actually getting the sliding glass door put in today. We have a huge cold. This rest of this week is supposed to be in the teens and the negatives. So we're getting that sliding glass door in, and we're going to try to be able to do that. So the rest of today after the live, we're working on the sliding glass door, the insulation, just so that we can run the heat with the fire.
We have a couple comments. Okay. 50 Shades of Green. Don't stop. Stay the course and people will come. Mr. Bates, all of our lives are businesses. As you recover, you will get more and more done. We all love watching you stuck on the road and make more of that content.
Heather is not a crier.
don't give miles? Air miles? Oh, air miles.
Oh.
I wish we did.
Yeah. I don't fly. I'm a driver.
I prefer to fly.
I prefer to drive.
I don't like
I
the
grew
long
up
trips.
riding in a van cross country, and it just brings back all of that. And I don't like being squished into a tiny little seat and people bumping me. It triggers my PTSD. Chloe does travel with me for that. But it's one of those things I just don't like doing.
Simon at 50 Shades of Green wants to know if we have a link yet for Randy Darla's channel.
There, as we speak.
Just do it real fast.
I think,
and get it done with.
just get it done with. Just open her candy or whatever it is. So there, I think she said that they were at like 85%. Cannot get the link to that channel until that video is scheduled and uploaded. So this afternoon, sometime today, it will be up, and we'll be able to, I'm going to put the link on the community page. I think we're going to do a short video on how to get to the community page so that that will help out the people that can't. But I will also put their link underneath the Q&A, our video, so you can go back to that video. You can go to the community page. But I'll get all of that up this afternoon because we are going to go back over to their house and do the rest of the live and have another dinner. We eat over there all the time.
Colleen Taft said, I only watch 2 podcasts, yours and Cog Hill Farms, so don't leave me.
Oh.
Me, I am disabled and bedridden, so I depend on you all stop to watch throughout the day.
Oh, that's so sweet.
We're so happy that you watch
I'm so
us.
sorry that you are.
Oh, wow.
Janet.
Holy
Janet,
moly.
thank you. That's so sweet.
Hi, Kelly.
That's so sweet. Man, I really appreciate that, you guys. And this isn't, I don't want you guys to feel like you have to pay us to watch us. So that was one of the other things that we were talking about, maybe just doing member lives and stuff like that. But then I have the guilt that, you know, I don't want people to feel like they have to pay to hang out with us. Like that's not.
Yeah, we're not asking for money. So,
No.
I mean, like, please don't mishear us. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Robert, good boy. You retracted your message. That's question and answer Q&A.
Thank you for the compliment on my glasses.
Yeah, Chris, doesn't she look great in glasses?
Love it.
I'm not looking forward
Oh,
to,
Janet.
not looking forward to the summer, because when summer hits, it's a pain to like try to keep these on because I need them to see, but when the sun's out, it's like I'm blind.
We need to figure that out and get a different, because those do go to dark, but they don't get dark enough.
Yeah.
The transitions don't. You
Well, and
to
I
get
have a pair
prescription.
that's like that, and it's the same way.
I had a transition. That was my
Thank
complaint.
you, Kelly.
Yeah, I got them as dark as they could get in there. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how mine were too. But I have albino pigment in my eye, so I actually have like 5 different types of sunglasses, different levels of sunglasses. And so if it's cloudy, I have a pair that I wear. If it's like, it's so crazy that they were like, you need the transitions, and then I got them and I hate them.
Yeah, I hated mine too.
And so now I have to go back in and get another, my eyes rechecked and what. You can't just say, really, honey, you have to read the question out loud.
Robert Bat says, Kira,
Thanks.
can you get those in sunglasses?
That's what I just
Same
said.
Frame? Oh, I didn't know.
She doesn't listen to us.
No, she
Like,
does not listen
seriously
to us.
does not listen to us at all.
That's not entirely true.
I said you can get a separate sunglasses,
Mhm.
and then you can get them as dark as you want.
That's actually what I'm gonna do with mine. So
I do listen to them, but when I'm reading
Chris.
something, I'm just like,
Sure, Janet, make me look like a whimper. No, we appreciate both of you very much.
we really appreciate you. And then there are Randall, the ones that go over, but we are filming and we don't want to look silly.
Teresa, hi Teresa.
Because I'm all about, let's see, been watching all winter long. Looking forward to see the rest of your journey, Teresa. Good morning. Love your videos.
Oh, Deloise said she is the animal person and her husband is the builder. So you both can watch us. That's awesome.
That's cool. So our energy is back up. We are going to start the vitamins. They got here in the mail. They're actually at my son's house, so we have to drive down there to pick those up.
Oh, Michael from Green Bay is
and
on. Hi.
Hey, Mary, I hope you don't mind. I made you a moderator, and I didn't even ask you. I'm just like, tag you're it.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly. How are you? So we I forgot where I was at. So anyway, the vitamins came in. We got to start taking those. But I do feel like some of my energy is coming back. But I'm still like at that take a nap. But today I'm going to power through because we have a full day tomorrow off the farm. We have, of course, Sunday is off the farm. Ooh. We go to church.
Good idea. Polarized glasses are the best.
Yeah.
I'll have to get some of those.
And I'm working on the time lapse of the entire build. I'm hoping
so cool.
Monday's video is probably going to be late because I think it's going to be the time lapse and I won't be able to upload it until the library opens. Tired all the time, Kelly. I don't. Me too. I am too. Yay! I'm glad, Mary. So we're not going to quit the build. We're not going to quit doing this or even quit YouTube. It was really one of those things of,
do we quit the lives?
Do we quit the lives? Is it affecting the channel in a negative space? I think
because going down 100 subs,
that's a lot. That's
a
huge. And I think today's video was underwatched than what it normally is.
We feel you, Kelly. COVID did suck all our energy as well.
Yeah, Kelly, that's what we're struggling with.
Vicky,
right now.
Yes, we can see you. Can you see us?
Hi, Vicky.
Jody wants us to keep the lives.
Jody wants to keep the lives. Randy says I can't be a mod because I'm dumb to technology. You know what? We are too. That's why we rely on our moderators. Janet's taking Nature's Balance. It helps with her energy. We did get some vitamins, so we're going to pick them up.
Yeah, the VA sent some stuff. I actually had my blood drawn and tested, and they tested for what I was low in, and the vitamin B6 and 12, vitamin D, and so they sent those and a multivitamin and some other stuff.
Randy's saying, please keep doing the lives. People love them.
Kelly says keep it all.
Hi, Sean.
You know, that was kind of my thought was, well, you don't have to watch if you don't like the lives. But I also feel like maybe it's the combination of the two. I used to watch a channel that she did some really cool videos, and then she started just doing lives only. And I was like, okay, well, I don't have time for that. And I didn't really care to watch the lives. And so they ran a negative theme. So it's not that I don't like lives. It's just they went very negative, and I don't bring that into my headspace. So I kind of quit watching her, and I ended up unfollowing her channel. And I was like, well, maybe it's obviously we really try to not go negative at all, because who wants that in their life? But you know, maybe it's one of those things of people just think that the channel is just going to lives, and
it's just we were taking a break from the build because of our being ill,
being sick.
Tired.
So, but I could see if I don't know if they missed that or whatever. I don't know, but we are jumping back into the build today. What happened to Kira? You didn't do your hair red. We have not been to where she could do her hair.
We can't do it here, and we're not going to do it at the Y. That would just be terrible. So we have to go to somebody's house or rent a hotel, and we just don't have the funds to rent a hotel right now.
Yeah.
If we did it at the Y, their whole shower would turn pink.
Well, and what we'll do is when we go to my son's house, that's where we do our hair color.
Cute, Mary.
Glad
to serve with you, Tiffany. No,
Thanks,
don't
Randall.
do it.
Don't do what?
I don't know. Kelly says, no, don't do it.
You are so nice.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, Sean. So, you know, it's just kind of trying to figure out that. And unfortunately, with
Osa, hi, Osa.
With trying to have YouTube be our job, we have to look at all those numbers. We have to look at all those things. And my heart says, continue doing what makes us happy, and the right people will follow along. I mean, that literally is what my heart says. But then the business side of Heather says,
Maybe we should have warned him to turn it down.
We
for a
should
minute.
have. Oh,
We would
Kathy,
do
thank
it.
you.
We would do it at her son's house, but he also has a life, and we try not to overtake his house.
We do, yeah.
So
Especially because
on
when
date
Grandpa
nights-
shows up. Okay, you guys, this is hysterical.
It is hysterical.
But my grandsons can't say grandma. And then I try to get them to say, well, say Nana or say Gigi. No, then they think that I'm pulling their leg. Apparently, I tease them too much. So they call me Grandpa.
Literally. They, Grandpa! And they
I come running.
It's so hysterical.
And so I get there, they get all riled up, and I'm sure it takes them a while to settle down.
We try to get our son to go on a date night so that
Yeah.
we can just come over and take care of the boys and do the hair
Yeah.
or whatever,
Yeah.
shave the legs, those things you neglect.
A little bit of laundry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of ends up being like an all day thing.
Because I look forward to the laughter.
Aw,
Heather looks
Heather.
forward to the laughter. Follow your heart, Randall says. Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard to lose a bunch of subs though. And I don't know if it's a YouTube glitch, if it's that, because that's been a conversation that a lot of channels have been talking about.
Thanks, Teresa.
Thanks, Teresa. Or if it's just because we've been doing so many lives, it could be a combination of a whole bunch of things.
We are getting back to the build, though, for those builders.
I missed what Robert said.
Robert says something to consider. If you don't get hurt this year, things will move much faster, and
True.
such things will advance by leaps and bounds faster than last year. No jumping off things, etc. Well, to be fair, I was just walking when I broke my ribs. She was jumping into a truck,
Into a moving truck.
when she broke her foot, but I was just literally walking.
So free. I didn't break nothing.
Oh, great. Now she's jinxed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Kelly says it could be a glitch. We talked about
It
that
could.
as well.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the more people share the videos, the more people like and comment. It helps with the YouTube algorithm.
Welcome you, Grandpa. That should say we love you, Grandpa.
I know, it just cracks me up, and I'm gonna tease them about it for the rest of their lives.
Speaking of teasing, we like to tease a lot.
We do.
And so Randy just got put as the president in our church. And so now we call him Sir or Mr. President. It is hysterical. We're like, hello, sir. Hello, Mr. President. And he's just like, he's so humble. He's just like,
It's so sweet.
mm-hmm.
Freedom.
Connie, what?
Connie, you made it.
I thought you had
Things going on. Like, we don't want to
Crazy
talk
things
about the
going
crazy
on.
things going on, but
Rebecca. Hi, good afternoon to you.
Good morning, Rebecca.
Is this my Rebecca?
No.
This is your Rebecca. Of course it's your Rebecca.
This
She's
is-
on our channel.
I
She
don't
loves
know.
us.
She could be because she's touched by yarn and you love hats and yarn and stuff.
Robert, it's a state of Idaho thing. It's not a real thing, is what Randy says. It's not like a real thing. It's just a state of Idaho thing. Mama. Apparently we're
Ooh, let me get my face close.
We have
too.
got-
Do it. Ma.
Hi.
Ma. Get your face
Mama.
closer.
Mau. Is it Mau Mau?
Wow, wow, wow.
It's funny. And then so Liam, so it could be considered mean. They're my daughter-in-law is Navajo, and so one of the things that's pretty common is that they have a whatever that little thing underneath your tongue is called is usually short, so it affects the speech. But
Frenulum,
is that what it's called? Yeah, that
I
guy.
think.
Um,
Everybody wanted to
Is
see
it
the
see
inside my mouth, right? Sorry, guys.
Sorry, I didn't do it.
Sorry, guys.
But
It
and
is what it
so
is.
Liam, my oldest grandson, could not say just in case, which is the dog's name. And so he called him JK. And so now we call him JK, and he's like, I just couldn't say it, Grandpa. And I'm like, I can't. I just can't. It's just so
We're not-
cute. And I'm
we're
like,
not teasing you. We like it.
we
tell
like
him
it.
that.
He responds to it. He likes it. So it's just really funny.
Yeah, thumbs up, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rebecca Davis, Touched by Yarn, says when she gets done with all the post you notes, I'll be letting you know and that I'll be making hats. She's just so
Ooh.
busy. We appreciate it, but
Yeah.
we get life is busy.
Yeah,
Life
we
is
get
busy.
that. Is yes.
We're okay with that.
We're working on our dresses over at Darla's, and I started cutting out mine. Kind of excited about it.
And I tried mine on, and it's a little tight yet, but goals.
Hashtag goals.
Hashtag goals.
I'm making a hat.
And Kira's making a hat. It's going to turn out really cute.
Yeah.
So that's
Randall, where's your daughter today?
yeah, where is she?
We miss our Rebecca.
Yeah.
That's my Rebecca.
Okay, we miss Kira's Rebecca.
Yay!
Hi, Thomas.
So today's supposed to be 44 degrees here
Let's see
and sunny and awesome. And then it's going to tank and go into the teens and the negatives at night the rest of the week with clouds and rain and snow and all kinds of stuff for one more week. And I think this is, what did I read this thing that winter and summer are having a custody battle over Idaho right now.
Thanks, Kelly, from my little Idaho off grid. We'll see you tomorrow. We
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Bye.
Okay, let's see.
Ooh, we're looking fab today. I know she's your favorite. You don't have to butter me up.
Deloise says, my grandson calls me Mimi,
Mimi.
and he's 14 now.
Aw.
That's so cute.
That's a southern thing.
Good morning,
That
Laura.
was when we moved to Texas. That was the first time I'd ever heard Mimi and Paw Paw.
Yeah.
Was the first time I'd ever heard that. We did. My grandma on my mom's
Hi,
side is
Chuck.
called Grandma. That she's in Illinois. My Nana on my dad's side is called Nana.
Oh, bye, Kelly.
Bye, Kelly.
Don't quit the live, she says. I have to leave to go get the grandkids.
Oh, okay.
Everybody on my mom's side is pretty much dead or in a ditch. So there wasn't really anybody to call grandma or grandpa. So on my dad's side, it's grandma and grandpa. But my sister's dead. You are not allowed to call grandma. You had to call her Nana.
Sue, it's 82.
Wow, 82. That's
That
going to
is
be,
warm.
I think 82 is July.
Windows are open.
Late June, July time
Chuck,
frame
what
here.
is it for you? I bet it's in the 80s too.
Yeah. Because isn't he in Florida?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Tennessee weather is so bipolar. 62 yesterday, high winds today, snow and 26. Wow, Mary. You guys are getting a big storm. That side is, though. G-Mom.
Meemaws. Laura's a meemaw. I don't have any grandkids. My kids, I'm going to show my age right here. So my kids are 21 and 28. My daughter's 21. My son's 28. My son says, I am not having children. And my daughter said, I don't know if I'm having children. So I
mean, here's the thing. I was not having children. I was military all the way, planning on retiring, going FBI, and then I had Victor. So it could happen.
I keep praying, but in the meantime, she's so nice enough to share her grandkids
I
with
share them.
me, and they're just my great nephews.
29 and 25,
What are
Connie. They
Great
are
nephews.
6. They just,
I'll call them my great nephews.
yeah. I guess so,
They're
yeah.
not my grandkids.
No, it would be,
If I'm
it would be great
technically your
nephew's sister.
adopted sister, then they would be my.
You guys, these are conversations that we have in real life driving down the road.
Didn't we have a different good conversation the other day? And we're like, oh, we should have put that on.
Should have totally had that on the
Robert
live.
Bates says 21 and 28 equals 46 at most.
Yep. Yep, pretty close to my age.
Mhm. And her son is 6 months older than my son.
Uh-huh.
So funny story. Don't know if we've told this before,
But
but
if we have, just deal with
it's
it.
just fine because we're old and we're going to repeat things a lot. So when I took her to the hospital when she went into labor, and I was what,
6 months pregnant.
3 months? Wouldn't have been.
They're 6 months apart.
I know, but they
I don't
were only
know.
pregnant
That's
for 9
math.
months.
That's math. Okay.
We're not
Get to
pregnant
the
for a
story.
year.
She was hungry.
So the nurse came in. It was a guy, and he was chit-chatting and talking, and he goes, oh, how far along are you? And I was like, what? And he's like, I mean, I had just started showing at that point, and I had a 9-pound baby, so he was a big boy. So And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, oh, you're pregnant, aren't you? I was like, no. And then he was mortified. He like laughed. I carried it on for a while, like, and then finally I was like, no, I'm just kidding. I'm like 4 months, 3 months, 4 months pregnant. It's funny. I'm not.
Was that the story you were going to tell?
Yes, I was totally.
I thought you were going to
She
tell
has another
another
story.
I thought you were going to tell the other story.
What, you can tell that story.
So I'll tell the other story. So my last name was
that
an
one.
Italian last name, and it was pretty hard to spell.
Mhm.
And I had, I was fairly newly married-ish, and she didn't know how to spell my last name, so she gave them my maiden name when she checked me into the hospital.
Because that one's easy.
And my son was born, and so then it said Baby Boy Adams, because that was my maiden name. And everybody in the family was all freaked out. You're not married? And I'm like, no, I am. So, of course, when I pulled the little name tag thing out now and show my son, he was like, Mom. And I'm like, no, it's your
Linda.
It's your Aunt Heather's fault.
That's all
She
Heather's fault.
couldn't spell the last name. So she's like, we're just going to give you the maiden name.
I just really didn't think it was that big of a deal. Like, I figured they would take it back to her and they would change it. But, like, they did everything in Adams. I mean, everything. If you had to call in and say, Kimberly Adams in order to get a hold of her or find her room. So, like, people couldn't find her.
Nope. And everybody was freaking out that I wasn't married.
Exactly, Robert.
Right?
Lots of vowels.
There was.
Lots and lots and lots of vowels in Italian names.
Hi, Auntie Fun.
Hi, honey.
Hi.
My niece is on here. How fun is that?
That's so cute. It's so cute, Elizabeth, that you come hang out with us. We
Where's your
appreciate
sister?
it.
Where's Miss Olivia?
Exactly. So
we know who's my favorite.
I rode my motorcycle to Illinois, and my one niece, she's actually my second cousin, she was the only one that loves the motorcycles and wants to ride on the motorcycles. I was like, well, she's my favorite. And we rode all over the place.
Connie.
It's a lot of fun.
No one pronounces my last name right. It's pronounced Diamond.
Oh,
Are you being serious?
are you being serious?
You can call me Auntie Fun, Robert. Sure, no problem. That's what my nieces and nephews always call me, Auntie Fun.
That's funny. That's so funny. Kira, what you got? So one of the other things, until Kira figures out what she's got. Oh, back there.
Hi, Celtic
So just
Roots.
interrupt if you get to where you want to say what you want to say. Excuse me. That we were kind of what should we do with these lives if we continue on with the lives, which most likely we are because we love them and we have a lot of fun, and I'm a firm believer in follow your heart. Should we answer questions that come up on the video from the morning, or should we keep that? I don't know. I'm just trying
Should we
to
take it down a couple days a week instead of every day?
every day.
I mean, there's
Should we-
so many people that are like,
I do have to say, it really does. When you hit the camera and your head was upside down. Thanks. I thought that was hysterical too. Oh, I have another story about cameras. So I ride on my Harley, and I have a GoPro that says on the front, and it bounced off. We were on this really rough road in Arizona. I hit a little pothole, it bounced off. It flung behind me, bounced down the road. An 18-wheeler ran over it, not with a tire, so it was underneath and it was upside down so you could see the truck. And then a car came by and hit it with its tire, and it bounced off to the side of the road. And by then had gotten my motorcycle pulled over and went running to the camera. And I leaned over and was like, oh, are you guys okay? Are you okay? And I have that on video. It's funny. My friend Mary was like, you're so crazy. It's a hot flash. It's warming up in here.
well, I do have the sun on me.
That's true.
Oh,
And that
yeah.
is super
Look
hot.
I'm stretchy. That's good. Thank you.
Great spots with me?
No,
No,
I'm good.
that's too hard.
That's why I wear more than one shirt.
The corgi, Chloe, is blowing coat, so there's so much hair inside. Tiffany, I will show you. I actually have a She Rides Your Own channel for all my motorcycle stuff. The one thing I was advised when I started this channel was to keep either all farm stuff on one channel, all motorcycle stuff on another channel, and then it does become a lot to manage them all, but I think once we get Starlink up here, that'll make it a lot easier because then I can easily get on the computer and internet and all that kind of stuff.
More years.
Well, I guess some satellites went down, and so it's kind of pushed it. What was supposed to be in the fall is now spring of next year, I think is what I heard. I'm not really sure. So, did you read something that you were going to say something about?
Oh no, I was looking at her when she said, "All my nieces and nephews called me
Auntie Fun.
Auntie Fun." It's just like, what am I? Am I chopped liver now?
You can call me Auntie Fun.
You never said I could.
You ran over your son's Xbox once by accident. Whoops. Friend's house and had it in his backpack. They live in. I'm going to tell you what, though. That was my thing. If it's behind my truck.
You gotta say it out loud for the people that watch it later.
Oh, sorry. It went away. I can't say it out loud.
I ran over my son's Xbox once by accident. He was bringing it to a friend's house and had it in his backpack that he left behind my truck. It still worked.
That was literally my rule. If it's behind my vehicle, you obviously don't want it because back then we didn't have backup cameras.
Randall says the lives we've been doing seem to get people asking questions about the build
True.
you are doing and your life things. And people share their stories with you, and they stay interesting.
That is true. I mean, I agree. And, you know, I try to answer all the questions within the first hour with an actual typed out, but that's on my phone typing it out. It's not like I can jump on my computer and answer. And I do that whenever I get to the library because I type really fast. So I can easily type out answers really quick on the computer. So doing the live and talking about it makes it easier. And then if what I'm saying doesn't make sense, you guys can ask more questions about it and that kind of thing. So, I mean, that really.
Back to the backup cameras. I think it's good for kids to learn nowadays without it.
I do too.
My daughter was too reliant on it because that's what was in the vehicle. So
yeah, I don't know. I just look at all those things as that's one more thing that can break and go wrong. Then what?
Exactly.
I mean, my first car that I learned to drive in was a standard. I learned to shift. I learned how to listen to the engine. I learned how to do all of those things. And I actually have always had standards. I have a really hard time with automatic cars.
I really like the standards. I prefer them myself.
Yeah, me too. Because then I can pretend like I'm in a Ferrari.
Yes.
And I'm like,
Samson isn't one, but yeah, I prefer.
I do prefer towing with an automatic if I'm towing a horse trailer or something like that. That's so true. Never say never. I was no married, no kids. Well, married into a family, and now I have 6 grandkids. Exactly.
You are blessed.
Exactly.
6 grandkids is
my
amazing.
son keeps promising me 5.
I keep saying, hopefully my son will fall in love with some lady that already has kids, and then at least I have that, you know.
Finally, I made it. Hello, all computer problems. Hi, Sue.
We get the computer issues.
Oh, man.
Darling Randy, you're having them. I'm having them.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's just been a nightmare, but we are glad you're here.
Yes, we are.
We are so glad.
Very glad. You know, and that's, see, I go back to, I enjoy this so much. I feel like you guys get to know us. We get to know you a little bit better, but you get to see that this is who we are because
100%.
I mean, this is who we are in the regular videos.
As was shown on the truck getting stuck video, that's just us. I mean,
it's literally just us.
It's just us.
We don't have backup cameras either. The Jeep doesn't have all the bling, and my husband's pickup is 2001, but they are both run great, and it's easier to work on.
Yes, true.
That's when I got my F350. It's a 1993 model.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's definitely easier to work on. What I miss.
Randall has a good idea. He said, with the lives after your video builds, if someone can then give you an idea or a way to do something easier, they can tell you on the live and you can say why it wouldn't work for our situation or, okay, we should try that.
And then we could, yeah.
I do think that's awesome.
I do think that's a really good idea. I do know that there's a lot of times that we,
Hi, Rita. That's
Rita.
A new face.
Ooh, welcome. Thanks for coming
How
and hanging out
exciting.
with us.
Yeah.
A lot of times we'll have like 2 long days and we film knowing that that's going to be 3 videos. And we haven't really been doing that here lately because we've just been so tired. We've literally gone out there and filmed 1 video and then
We're like,
with having been sick and then having to take naps. But normally we film like at least 2 or 3 videos, almost try to do every day. And then because we have Wednesdays that we go into town, and when we go into town, we basically go into town all day. So we try to run all those errands and do all those things. And those are non-work days. Sundays are non-work days. Thursdays have now become our non-work day. So
and Wednesdays.
So Wednesday's church, Thursdays going to Darla's and we're sewing and doing that kind of stuff. We always
Bible study.
obviously have to take care of animals and do that kind of stuff. Daily we do those. So
because we love our animals.
we do. We can get auto feeders in there, but that's not as fun.
No.
So, we're definitely doing those things daily, but we're not working on the build at all. Kira looks thoroughly bored. Look at her. Look at her. She's like falling asleep back there. She's like, this is boring talk.
I'm not sure what else to do.
So, a lot of times you guys have given really, really good advice. And we're like, wow, see, now we've already done that and we've already passed that, but that's really good advice. So we try to remember those things whenever we're going back.
Well, and the reason we're doing these builds, like little builds, like Kira's cabin first, and now the shipping container, is so that we can learn from experience. And by the time we get to the big house or the barn and the garage, we actually know something.
We already got it. I mean, because we have the barn and garage,
and we've heard all the advice.
We have Kimmy's A-frame that's going in.
An A-frame.
We have. I am planning a big house. I don't think that's going to be a stick-built house.
Thanks, Kelly. Very sweet.
I think it's going to be a steel frame house that we then finish out because that gives you, full open space and whatever.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So it's kind of, I picked out this house when I was 27 years old, and I've shown you guys the plans way back when I first moved out here. I showed you the plans on that. Maybe you guys missed that. So maybe we'll do another one of those. But there's just so many things that I want to learn, and that I would rather learn small scale than try to have this big overwhelming space that we're trying to do, and learn on that. So that's the reason why we started these smaller builds. Plus I really wanted a tree house because apparently I'm 5. I don't know.
Well, we can all.
You're never too old for a tree
No,
house.
you're never too old for a tree house.
No.
So,
It'd be really fun. You had talked about maybe paying somebody to put the frame up on the house.
the
Outside, just that.
the basement and the frame.
And the frame. I wonder if we could get enough friends together and we could do a good old-fashioned Amish like.
Well, I want to do that for the barn and garage.
That would be so cool, and just have it on video for all. So.
Priscilla, you made it. I'm so glad you made it.
Yes, we're doing daily lives, although we were just talking about maybe quitting those.
I think, though, we are not going to do them on Saturdays. We'll do Monday through Friday. We really can't do them tomorrow. Tomorrow we're at the library, so we're going to miss tomorrow anyway, because I need to pull in all of that footage to make the time lapse. Little girls always like to climb trees, right? It's so true.
Yes.
Okay, I got a story. I'm officially that person. So we used to spend every summer at my grandma and grandpa's house in Illinois. And they had this humongous tree right beside the house. And I was always climbing it. And they have a 2-story house. And so I was probably there was probably a bet involved, and I bet you can't do. And then Heather was like, watch me and take pictures. And so I climbed up the tree and got stuck all the way near the 2nd story. Like I think the bet was you can't climb higher than the house. And so I was way up where the tree was then doing this in the wind. And of course, my cousin Bill and my sister Carrie ditched me and went and told. And so my grandpa called the fire department. I was 10 and called the fire department, and the fire department had to come back there and put their ladder way up there and get me down.
See, I would have been swooning at 10. Firemen.
At 10?
Firemen.
I was so embarrassed.
Carol says she wants to come. Sounds like a road trip for her.
Ooh, fun.
That would be awesome.
Oh, cool, Kelly. You guys will come up. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's, I've definitely been a tree climber.
Yeah.
My problem is I can go up, just somebody has
Can't
to
go
come get me
down. Yeah. She is so afraid of heights. You guys, you don't know how big of a deal it is that she was getting up on roofs last year. And I never made her do that. She was always like, all right, I'm going to try it. I'm going to go up there. Yeah.
It's like getting up, I was just like, fine. I was like, whee!
Yeah, she did fine going up the ladder. It was
Mhm.
coming down the ladder
Yeah.
but she got better, like especially inside the house. She got better on
Yes.
that ladder.
Yeah, that ladder's her favorite ladder. That one is super sturdy. Trying to figure out on that section of either putting in actual stairs or with drawers underneath them or something like that, or keeping a ladder that can be pulled out and moved whenever we're not going
Melissa got spanked because she got stuck in a tree by her granddad.
Oh.
I have a funny story for you. When I was young, I went rock climbing with my family. The first time I went rock climbing, I did pretty okay. I went up and went down the goat trail. Second time we went rock climbing, we were not where I thought we were going, so I made it halfway up, and then my Uncle Fritzy had to come get me, and he almost ended up passing out because I was holding on too tight.
She'll choke you and you will die.
So Melissa said, nope, not Melissa, Armida said,
yeah.
Ken's Carpentry is great in building, and Perkins Brother Builders are great too. R&R get ideas from them.
I watch all three of those. I have an obsessive personality, and so when I'm learning something, I inundate everything in my life to it. I have driven her nuts because I'm like, ooh, watch this, and she's like, I'm not into this.
Okay, to be fair, I did the same thing when I was in Florida, and I would call
Sure.
her up and do the same thing. A-frame houses and
Yes.
bees and
Yeah.
like all those things.
Yeah.
So, hi, Celtic Roots Farm. When my dad was a pastor, I would sneak up into the church's steeple bell tower. I was always into mischief as a pastor's kid. I love it.
That's cool up there, though.
So
I feel like.
Priscilla is very scared of heights.
Yeah, that's cute. Actually, and I didn't even know this, but my son is. So when we were in Texas, 4th of July, we got permission. There's a small group of us veterans that got permission to go up on the water tower to watch the 4th of July. So we get up there and he's like plastered against the tower, and I'm like swinging my legs off the thing. I'm sitting there and I'm like, come on, come sit over here. And he's like, nope. And I'm like, are you afraid of heights? Now, this is the kid that pushed his trampoline up to the back of the house, climbed up on the roof, and was jumping off the roof onto the trampoline to see how far he could pole vault himself across the yard at 10. So it was really shocking to me that he had developed this fear of heights. I was like, I'm like, when did that happen? So
Deloitte says in her part of Texas, they don't have enough trees to have a tree house.
No. I was in East Texas, and we did have some great big huge oak trees, but they were skinny. They weren't huge. The base of them wasn't really big.
Rita wants to know what we need to do to finish the tree house.
Pretty much everything. We have the siding from the outside. We have the siding. We have to finish the deck across the top of the shipping container. We have all of that, and stairs going up on the outside. All of that on the outside. On the inside, we have everything. We're just getting the insulation done, and then we have to run our electric. We have to pull our water. We have to then put up our walls and then just kind of finish that out. So we
have a lot to do.
We have a lot to do, but I do have to say, because the weather's getting better after this week, but the weather's getting better, we are going to speed it up, because our goal was to have this done by spring. So I definitely want to be doing finishing touches when we get back from the Okie homestead.
And that way we can move on to the garden
Yeah.
and the other builds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we have an area that we've got to clear out for the new garden and building, you know, the raised beds and that kind of stuff. And, you know, I don't want to be all year working on the shipping container. That's not the purpose of it, because then we have to cut out, we have to mill the lumber, the logs for the barn and garage. We have to get all of that going, and that's our next real big build, getting that frame up and then finishing the sides and the roofs and all of that kind of stuff. I had pre-purchased all the metal for the roofs. We used a little bit, so I'll need to reorder some of that. I don't know, about like 10 pieces maybe. And then so we can get the framing up, we can get the house wrap on it, and we can get the roof up, and then we're just doing siding on the barn garage.
Melissa, we have been watching Lumna Acres and the shipping container that they made.
Yeah.
Randall said when he built cooling towers at power plants, he felt like he could touch the birds and the sky, and he loved it.
Yeah.
And 50 Shades of Green says, when I was a kid, I climbed a tree and fell out and cut my head and had to get 10 stitches. Never climbed again.
Oh, no.
Simon, that's a bummer.
What'd Simon say? I missed.
That 50 Shades of Green.
Oh, yeah. No, that is a bummer. Yeah. It's, for some reason, it's not popping up on.
It pops up, but just super
it's really fast,
slow,
so I can't really read them.
Celtic Roots Farm. We had a 3-story house, and I would jump off the roof onto a giant high jump mat at the local middle school. That the local middle school threw away. A neighbor saw me on the roof and called the police on me. Wow,
that's funny. Those mats are cool.
Mary said, "Kira, we'll get our hair dyed and go rock climbing. Our bright pink hair will be caution flags." So I love it.
Mary, you gonna help her get back down?
That's the problem.
We're happy you're listening, Connie.
Yeah, we are.
Like Mary, it's no joke. I almost choked out my uncle, and then
did for real.
Yeah, and then when the first time we went rock climbing, Calvin wanted to practice rappelling down because he's a firefighter. He wanted to practice rappelling down, saving somebody from a cliff. And because I was so light, I got nominated. He's standing sideways on the hill, and I'm clawing at it because he's trying to go down, and my mom's trying to fling me off the cliff. And I was like, she goes, "How do you have suction cups on every finger? Because you're not going nowhere."
She does. Celtic Roots said that Lumna Acres is only about an hour north of you, and that they are very nice. They literally seem like the sweetest people. Like, I hope that we get to meet them. I've been watching them for a long time. When he first started his channel, I think he had maybe 2,000 subscribers when I found his channel, and I loved it because he did so much building and just how they love their animals and all of those things. They're
lost you guys.
Just the sweetest. They just seem so sweet to me.
Celtic Roots, I'll
sub as soon as I get my phone
channel
back. Since we're doing the live on mine.
So now we're apart.
Exactly.
That's cool. That's so cool that they helped. And we do try to help out the smaller channels. We've been there, we're still growing.
Yeah, we're still
So I mean, we totally get that.
Yeah.
I could totally slide down the hill with you, Mary.
Yeah,
I know heights hasn't really been a thing for me when we were in the service. Anytime we got to go on helicopters, I was like volunteering.
Me too. That was awesome.
Yeah. And then we were in, I'm like, they strap us in. So he was trying to bank and do all kinds of stuff and scare us because we were MPs and we were a bunch of girls. And I'm like hanging off the side. I'm like, yes, this is great. Can we do that where you rappel halfway and you can fly with me, flinging around the end? And he's like, okay, you can fly with me anytime.
So basic training, they made us do a 12-mile road march, and we got about halfway, and I just was like done. Like, really, I didn't want to go any further. And they're like, okay, those of you that make it, you're gonna do a helicopter ride back. And it was fall, and the trees were just gorgeous. Those of you that don't make it, you're riding a deuce and half back, which is very bumpy and hard on your backside. So I was like, okay, there's my motivation, and it was the most amazing thing I've ever done.
That option.
It was so amazing. It was so cool. Let's see. Let's see. Chris says, I still think you should consider the school bus for a greenhouse or a sunroom. Probably get it really inexpensive. That would be cool. And paint
That would be cool.
And paint it.
Thanks, Randall. Everybody hit the thumbs up.
We would love it if just getting a whole bunch of windows and just making like a.
But we had a subscriber that we met, and they had taken a whole bunch of Sherry had taken a whole bunch of windows out of a mobile home that she's giving us for a greenhouse.
Robert. Being up high isn't a problem. Falling isn't a problem. It's the landing
It's the
after
landing.
falling. That's
I
the part that
completely
hurts.
agree, Randall. It's none of those other things. I cliff jumped and belly flopped. Not belly flopped, but kind of hit my back. And yeah, I just decided that's not for me.
Right before,
Like, totally not for me.
right before basic training, I really made a bad decision as a young lady, and I'm really lucky that it didn't ruin me for life. Seriously, girl, another one. But I jumped off the roof of a building into a swimming pool head first and hit my chin on the bottom of the pool, and I had to go to basic training with this big thing on my chin. And
Oh man, that's
of course they kept giving me a hard time about it. I was just lucky I didn't end up, being a quadriplegic or paraplegic.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
Mary just said, I feel like I'm right there with you, LL. Kira, when you throw a thumbs up, I'm in the living room throwing my thumbs up right back at you. Yay!
Only one military helicopter. Yes, the pilot was really trying to shake us up.
Mhm.
Thomas, yeah,
It was so fun.
I've kind of found if I am scared, I'm not going to let you know because then they stop. But I actually really enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love that, which is funny because I'm not a big airplane fan, but I really enjoyed the helicopters.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to fit as many people in a helicopter.
I actually love both. I love the airplane because it gives you those butterflies in your
Mhm.
belly. And the same reason I like the crazy roller coaster rides. Like, yay. Those are my favorites.
Yep, I had air assault school set up and POW school set up, and then found out I was 7 weeks pregnant.
She
Canine
can
school.
have jerky. She just cannot have Slim Jims.
Slim
It's
Jims.
the Slim Jims that cause her issues.
Yeah.
Slim Jims are amazing.
Her belly does not.
Her belly
say
does
so.
not like them, and we live in a small space. So please be kind.
If you don't want Kira to have to always be outside.
Yeah.
I like jerky, just nothing spicy. I cannot do anything spicy.
Spicy's good because
Mhm.
then I'll just eat it.
That's true.
So
And I'm working
We
on
share.
my spicy.
we share.
What is something that you've always wanted to try but never had the chance? That's from Celtic Roots
Oh,
Farms.
that's a good question.
Is that for all of us or just one?
And
somebody
no,
in
it's for all of
For
us.
all of us.
It's for everybody. So if you think of one, you can go first.
I have always wanted to go and pet a tiger.
Yeah.
To be more precise, I've always wanted to pet a giant big cat. I don't care what it is. I
What
just
it
want to
is.
pet them
I
all.
just want to pet it.
I want to pet it. I want to pet them all.
Mine's traveling, but mostly like I want to go to Ireland. I've never been there, and I have a lot of family from Ireland, so that's one of the main things on my bucket
Robert.
list.
Robert, you're fired.
Hi,
Here,
Neva.
don't yell.
didn't yell
Loudly in my ear. We chatted about this beforehand.
Neva made it.
I know for me, for those of you that watch us, you know that I'm a recovering alcoholic. So when I started getting sober, I started checking off bucket list things. Like I learned to ride the motorcycle. I traveled across the United States on the motorcycle. I've just kind of really done those things. The only thing I haven't done, which I wanted to do for my 50th birthday, but now with all the things going on, was there's a women's motorcycle trip through Italy. It's a 2-week thing that I wanted to do. What?
AARP just sent me an email saying I
Rude!
can get 75%
So
off.
rude!
It says save 25% off your first year. That is totally rude.
That's rude. That's so funny though. Literally just talking
I
about.
am not old enough
No.
for that yet.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi, Catherine. Oh, we were
Chuck.
wondering what happened to you, Chuck. You were
Exactly,
gone.
Chuck.
Ireland, yes.
Now,
That's my cousin.
I'm going
Or
to
my
tell
niece.
you. I'm going to tell you what, though.
That's my niece.
She's a young girl, so anyway. But the Irish accent
yes.
is delicious. Can we just say that?
Irish and
Scottish.
European. I just love too.
Yeah.
So this is the funniest thing I think I've read yet. Carol says if Kira gets mauled by a big cat, just know her last words were "Here, kitty, kitty."
Exactly. Exactly.
Totally
But I love
The
you.
email, cause we can farms, all one words,
Yeah.
at gmail.com, right? Or is it Yahoo?
I wasn't a very good alcoholic if I remember all of that.
Is it Gmail or?
No, I wasn't drinking when I started
Yahoo.
doing things. When I got sober, I
Yahoo.
started going and doing things. Rita.
It's yahoo.com. It's cause we can farms, all one word, at yahoo.com. Bye, Deloise.
Bye, Rita. Thanks for hanging out with us. Bye, Deloise.
Bye, Rita.
I have no regrets.
Thanks, Tiffany.
Thanks, Tiffany.
Goodness gracious.
She wants you to take her to Italy, to whatchamacallit with you.
Ireland.
There is no farm. It's cause we can at yahoo.com.
See,
Thanks.
I'm apparently a bad moderator.
Or does someone need a hug?
Elizabeth, when I have the money, honey, we'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Catherine says so. You.
Since you're my favorite, remember?
And Catherine says so. Are you looking for men in plaid skirts? Giggle.
No.
Nope.
No.
Or does.
That's so funny.
Does someone need a hug? Elf. I love it. Celtic Roots Farm, you're funny.
That is funny.
Yeah, so.
All right. We've got a few minutes left. If you have any questions.
I'm trying to think of anything else on my bucket list. I did want to do where you go off the back of the boat on the paragliding.
Yes.
Paragliding.
That'd be
Yes.
super fun.
I've already gone
Be a lot of fun.
skydiving, and that was a ton of fun. So paragliding is also on my bucket list.
I have not gone skydiving, and I really thought that I wanted to do it, but I just don't think I do. Who knows? Maybe we will.
On my bucket list, I want to go to Japan.
Oh, she does want to go.
want to go to Japan.
That's been a.
Because I can
ongoing-
dress the way I normally dress and not be standing out.
Not a skirt, for the record.
Yes.
Yeah.
My mom's husband got married in a kilt.
Oh, I want to make a song CD. That's one thing I have not done,
I don't know if
because I do sing a tiny bit. So that is on my thing that I want to do that I have not done. Okay, you have to scoot back, honey, if you're going to be chewing.
Is the
You're right in
pink
my ear.
board sticking on the roof the way you've done it?
Done the insulation. That's the first layer of the insulation. So since we were not able to do spray foam, this was the next way to foam that. And then we'll do, just like if you did spray foam, you would then put your everybody, isn't her crunching really loud?
Maybe next time you
5
should wait
minutes
until before.
5 minutes, girl.
Before or after, that would be awesome.
Exactly. So then you do your framing right in front of the pink insulation, and then we will also put more insulation inside that. But the pink insulation, we will be taping, we'll be spray foaming around it, so it creates that envelope that the warm air isn't getting directly to the metal, which is supposed to stop the sweating. So this is an experiment. I've seen some people do it, but nobody's ever come back and said whether or not it has worked or not. And that's one thing that I do plan on doing, is checking it'll probably be next winter. We'll pull out a section and check to make sure it's not sweating, and then replace all of that, just so that we can come back and say this worked.
Priscilla wants to know if we're going to the Homesteaders of America conference in Virginia in October. October. We plan on it.
We plan on it. We really want to go. I actually bought tickets for last year's, and we just couldn't afford to go. So we're going to start a little saving space for that, because we really do want to go to that.
Yeah. really want to go. It's so nice being able to see people that we watch, and then also meet all these people that we've talked to and gotten to know.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
love Kira not chewing softly. Mary, don't encourage her.
Don't, Mary. I meant in the video you stick it with the lumber. Oh no. So we glued it. We used the construction adhesive, and the lumber we were just sticking up there to hold it up while the glue
Because
set.
our arms got a little tired.
Yeah. And we wanted to move on. So it as the glue dried, and then actually this morning we're gonna go in and pull all that down.
Celtic Roots Farms family is from southwestern Scotland. If you've ever seen the TV show Outlander, which we have, we love it.
Yeah.
We are from the same area as
Oh,
the lead
wow.
actor Sam Hugan and
Oh,
share the
goodness.
same last name.
Okay.
That is
I'm
awesome.
gonna send you my phone number so you can just call and talk to me.
Do you have the accent? Is what she's wanting to say.
Catherine just yelled at Mary.
Oh, Priscilla, that would be cool. We really are planning on going. I have a
that'd be
stepsister. My stepsister's in North Carolina, so we could.
Priscilla, you're in California.
we
That's
could-
not too far. You could just
It's
come
really not.
here.
Exactly.
We can meet and have coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Bring a tent.
Chris.
Freezer out
Chris
right now. though.
loves our adventures on the homestead. God's good blessings. When is the next show and tell?
the next show and tell.
Are you
Monday.
talking about
Are
lives?
lives? So our next live will be Monday at 10. I think we're gonna just keep doing this. We'll attract the people that we want that want to do this with us, and the people that don't.
We'll continue to do build. Easy for me to say.
Exactly. Words are hard.
We'll continue to do build videos daily at 7.
Exactly. So those will continue coming out, and then on the other channel, as I put videos together, those will be going out at 8. Do you think eventually these lives will go over to to the other channel? Because we get a lot of hours from you guys watching us, and so they'll go over there.
Priscilla, my family's in Boise too, so maybe we can meet up when I'm in town sometime.
Oh, you don't have the accent. Really wish I did.
Robert Bates says if we quit, he will stop watching us forever.
Oh, that's sad. We would miss you.
Chris says you had me at hello.
Oh, I like that movie.
Celtic Roots Farm. Sadly, I don't. I really wish I did.
The other movie that I like is I'm Just a Girl Standing in Front of a Boy Asking Him to Love Her.
That's a good one. That's a super good one.
That's a really good movie too. Like that one, I'm like, oh, that's so sweet.
Never seen her.
I become all girly.
It's because she likes cartoons. Your son lives in Boise too?
Oh, cool.
Catherine, that's amazing. That's where I was, like, not necessarily born, but that's where I was raised my whole life.
It's so much fun listening to you, and I'm vacuum sealing beans. Nice. Oh, I can't wait to get all the kitchen stuff out and actually have a kitchen where we can be prepping and preparing and all of those things. I'm so excited about all of that.
More space, and then also having, once we move into the shipping container, then we have that RV that when people come to visit, like my kids or whoever, we have a space for them.
Exactly.
So that'll be super
But I
cool.
have missed, like my soul has missed cooking and food preservation and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, we had our garden and last year, and we were like, well, we could eat fresh out of this. That was an experiment garden to see how things did. This year we're gonna go at it hard. Like we want to really, really not only eat out of it, but also grow to preserve something is the goal. On next year's garden, or this year's garden. But I have missed it. Cooking heals me. The whole everything about my mom was like, you're the only person I know that reads a cookbook like a regular romance novel. Like that's me. That's who I am. I love it.
Robert, the answer to your question is yes. We're going to continue to do the construction farming videos along with the lives.
I think we've talked through that.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what we're gonna do.
And I enjoy cooking because her food is amazing.
You enjoy me cooking?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
She broke her foot and I was cooking. I was like,
she did. That's the part she hated. She had to feed me.
I really haven't had much of Heather's cooking. Not much. Not yet. Just because
your
it's
cats
so small.
vote for the daily lives because they get to sit on my lap while I'm watching. Charlene, I love that. Bye, Heather. You have a great day too. And
Bye,
that being
Heather.
said, we're at an hour and 4 minutes, so I think we're gonna take off. Randy and Darla are on their way over. We're gonna work on the sliding glass door and then finish our insulation. And we've got a super busy day, so we've had a lot of fun hanging out. We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you. Love you all.
Bye.